Welcome in. Welcome in to the Reset Room. This is our place where we talk about all things life and career resets. We reflect, we breathe, we build and rebuild all of our skills related to our next career moves. Hey, governess, welcome in. Whether we are in the middle of a career change, whether we are thinking about it, whether we are not sure sort of what we want to do yet. Hey, Lee, welcome in. And yeah, this is our reset room. What's my story? My name is Rhonda. I have been in and out of HR for about 18 years and came on TikTok about 3 months ago now to help people change jobs, change careers, level up and get paid. Hey, the glow up, welcome in. And yeah, that's sort of doing all those things. This is our third week into our live journey. And we've been talking this week about alternative and extra streams of income and revenue. So we didn't finish our conversation yesterday, so I want to pick up with that. We're going to start there, and then we're going to get into a little battle strategy. I have my graduation battle coming up next week as a new GQ Live host. And yeah, I want to get into getting the community, educate them a little bit on how to do this battle thing. And yeah, maybe we'll run one or two just for practice, and so folks can learn. I actually popped on earlier today. Really wanted to just check out the community and see if there was an interest in a lunchtime live. Hey for us all creations, welcome in to see. Yeah, we had an interesting chat for about 30 minutes or so. Yeah, a lot of folks online during that day. It was kind of cool though too, because the West Coast folks were just waking up, which was great. So yeah, got to meet some folks on the West Coast. So I may end up doing maybe once or twice a week, do a lunchtime live. Yeah, so that was pretty cool. Yeah, so what do we do here? As a reset coach, I help people change jobs, careers, level up if they're trying to get promoted, and also get paid. Doing this work that I've done for many years, I've just seen women shrink in their ask, particularly for money, either when they're about to get hired and they're negotiating their starting salary, or if it's performance review time and they shrink their ask, and wanted to create a community where we could help support folks in doing that, build the confidence to do that, to make that ask. I've been resetting my life and career for decades and have come up with a system that has worked for me, has worked for other folks that I've worked with, and wanted to bring that here to TikTok and create a community. So today we are going to dive back into revenue streams and different things that we can do. All these are things we can do while we still have our 9 to 5. I still have my 9 to 5. I still consult. I'm 2 years away from retirement. So, this is sort of a good time to test out. And so what we started talking about yesterday is testing out things that you can do while you still have your full-time job. So you still have that safety and security of your full-time work, while also being able to test the waters on a change that you may want to make, without just sort of diving in headfirst and going for it. So yeah, we're going to dive into a lot of that for those of you that are new here and those of you watching from the FYP. This has been an interesting journey. I am in the middle of a career reset that you are observing live and in color as a content creator and new live host. So this is new and different for me. I've only been on this platform 3 months, which is pretty cool. Like, I feel like I've done sort of a lot in 3 months. Like, I've hit the infamous 10 KAY, and all the doors that it unlocks to for revenue generation, and basically TikTok's word to monetize on the platform. And there's 12 different ways that I've learned that you can make money on this platform. Not doing a commercial for them, but if you're really thinking about an additional revenue stream, this is one that can be hey Marcelo, welcome in, can be a viable one for you. Absolutely. Hey Addicted, welcome in. It can definitely be a great opportunity. Like, when you reach that 10 KAY, like a couple of things that have happened with me just in the last couple of weeks. I think I hit the 10 KAY maybe about 3 weeks ago now. And one thing is video gifting. So like someone can look at my piece of content, and I've actually received some gifts, so they can actually send you some coins if they like your content and want to support you. So that's something that I've experienced as one way to generate revenue. These lives, we monetize our lives. So that's another way to have Naomi, welcome in, is a way to generate income. And then actually I sold a couple products in my sleep the other day from my showcase. I woke up and had an alert that says you earn commission. So this, if you want to try it out, I think it's a great way to, hey, K Short, welcome in, to definitely think about it as a revenue stream. It's a work from home job. You can do it anywhere on a phone. You don't need a whole lot of fancy equipment. Like I don't have one of those mics like, hey, I'm a content creator. You just need a phone and you can kind of do this. So that's something too. So pretty cool. Welcome in. For those of you who just joined, just to give you a quick recap, my name is Rhonda. I'm a career reset coach. And what does that mean? That means I help people change jobs, change careers, even changing industries. Right now, we have a lot of people changing industries. A lot of folks are moving into tech that weren't in tech before. Oh, thank you for my heart, me. And thank you, Governess, for your first gift. You could have given that gift anywhere and you gave it to me. So I appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, with the onset of AI and technology. Hey, Barrister, welcome in. Jobs and technology is just changing. The world is sort of changing the way we work. And, AI is something that we shouldn't really be afraid of, but it's reality. Like it's taking over task-based jobs. One thing like where it was sort of shocking to me when I seen this was like 3 weeks ago when I traveled. I'm in the New York City area, haven't been in LaGuardia Airport in 2 years because they were doing construction. So I just avoided going to that airport. Flew out of that airport, and what used to be like a whole wall of ticket agents where they would help you. Hey, Geronimo, welcome in. Is nothing but a room full of kiosks. So I walk into the place and that's all that you see is kiosks. And of course I'm like, what is happening and what do we do now? And so basically, you become an employee of the airline. I was flying on Delta, so I walked over to the kiosk. There's plenty of helpers around. Hey, Jean, welcome in, to help you. But basically, I took my ID, I fed it into the machine, it processed it, it gave it back to me. It asked me how many bags was I checking. I said 2. I put in my credit card. It processed the transaction. And then the baggage tickets actually printed out. So now I'm taking this long ticket and I'm putting it on each of my bags. And then you walk the bags over to the weigh station. And this, again, like I said, this was just one terminal where I was at in the airport. But thank you for the heart, me. But basically, hey, Revelations into Motherhood. Thank you for the heart, me. What used to be at least 10 to 12 ticket counters were no longer. And basically that was replaced by 2 folks. Good evening. How are you? How was your day? Welcome in. Yeah, so AI is taking, if you think about the type of work, like they're taking task-related jobs. And so that's something that we need to be thinking about. Hey, Adam, welcome in, and even mindful about, particularly if you're in, a task-based field or work, really thinking about if there's some potential for some implications. Like a lot of the statistics that are out there right now, it is going good. I've been remote today, so it's been a good day. I popped on earlier. Hey, OJ, welcome in. Popped on earlier to see what was happening in the TT streets and had a few good conversations with folks. And back again for our regular live. We call this Winning Wednesday. And where I wanted to pick up today's conversation is we were talking about some different ways to generate revenue, some that you can pretty much enable and turn on pretty quickly. And then actually I wanted to go through some teaching sort of a battle class, a quick battle class. Some folks who've been with me for the last couple of weeks didn't know how to battle. And so we're going to go through some of that, particularly too, because as a new live host, I have my graduation battle next week. So wanted to definitely go through a class and tell folks sort of how it works and how to do it, and then maybe run 1 or 2. And that's pretty much how we plan to sort of break up the day today. So welcome in everybody. And if you're new to me, I am Rhonda. I've been in and out of HR for about 18 years and have learned so much about just so much around everything, getting paid, interview tips on if you look at my page, I've only done 2 lives myself. Oh, okay. Graduation revelations. Governess, can you pin that comment there? What's the graduation battle? So if you're part of an agency, I don't know if you're part of a live agency. So I am a part of Gravitas Q, which is one of the larger live host agency. And so there's tons of training. I think there's like 70 training videos that we have to go through. And it basically teaches you how to be the best live host. So once you complete all of your classes, then they schedule you with another Gravitas Q creator, and you have your graduation battle. So it's sort of like your first like official battle celebration. Hey, Felicia, welcome in. Into sort of crossing over. The good thing, and not to, promote GQ over any other agencies, but one thing that I picked them because their training is so extensive in terms of teaching, not just how to battle, how to conduct your rooms, how to just do sort of everything that's related to a live host. And they have a lot of functions. Training is one. The other thing that is wonderful about having a live host agency, we think about TikTok, hey Deborah, welcome in. There are 1.6 billion folks. Thank you. Yes, it's a lot of classes. Actually, I can walk you through how to contact them. Here's some steps. Okay. Hold that. Governance, can you pin that? Because it's a lot of steps to get there, and I'll definitely talk you through it. If you have a second device, hey, Deborah, welcome in. That's probably the easiest way, or you may want to just write down all the steps. It's a few steps to get there, but you can definitely get there. So let me just show you. So I have a second device, so I'll go into my backup account. We're going to turn that down because we don't need to hear that. Oh, you know what? I cannot do it on this. Okay, you've gone live. Let me just talk you through it. So when you go through into your TikTok studio, then if you go, you have the post tab at the top, and then you have the live tab at the top. If you tap live, that's where you want to go. And then if you scroll down, you'll see tools and resources. So in that section, you want to tap on that and expand the big menu. And what you're looking for is the tab that says Creator Networks. That's another word for a live host agency. And then in there, you're going to generate an activation code. And once you get that code, then, so I joined up I was referred through a referral source. So the person I joined up under, her TikTok name is Miss MS Mathy, Mathy. And if you go to her page, you will see her L to the I to the N to the K tree. And you can click on that, and then you can complete your application. Can you do a short video? Oh, governess. Yeah. And send me a message. Like if you get stuck, I can definitely talk and walk you through it. Yeah. And I'm actually going to, hey, His Queen, welcome in. I just got an email actually from them today asking me if I wanted to be a recruiter for GQ. And so I do. But for now, just to get you going, so do that. Like I said, once you get that activation code, it's like 6 letters and numbers, and you need that. And basically that's their way of knowing. So what you can do now, if you go to, they actually have a page, Gravitas Q. It's GRAVITASQ. And then you can complete the application there, and it'll say like who referred you, and then you can definitely say my name. But I definitely wanted to do that. And like I said, the training is invaluable. And the other thing that's great, hey, greatest ever, welcome in. The other thing that is amazing, what they do, like there's 1.6 billion people on TikTok a month, and there's like 1 million live host agencies. And of course there's not, hey Chloe, welcome in. There's not enough people at TikTok to support a million creators. Hey, On Tracks, welcome in. There's not enough. So what they did is they created these live host agencies. And so they really act as a liaison between us and TikTok. Like if something happens in your live, you need someone to basically go, like we can't call up TikTok and say, hey, TikTok, you said I did this thing, but I didn't. Like that's not a thing. So you need that live host agency to be the liaison for you. And another thing that they do, like when you first get started, you go through your trainings and they assign you to they call it a pathway manager. And that's the person really to get you trained. So like she emails me every day saying, okay, this is what your goals are for today. Like for example, the email today said, you need to have more folks spirit fingering, on the screen to drive up engagement. And what that does is when folks are TAP on your screen, it increases the action to the algorithm. And thinking about this, remember, TikTok is an algorithm. It's an AI system. And so every action that we feed it, it's a computer. Every action that we feed it, there's a reaction. So the more we have our folks in the room, spirit fingering on the screen, that helps to push it out more to the folks out there. Hey, Worship Wave, welcome in. Thank you for the heart me. So that's the design of it. But I have learned a lot sitting in some great live rooms, and I like to go in rooms and just to watch. Worship Wave just joined. He is an amazing live host, gospel music, and it is always a great time. But I go into a lot of rooms just to watch and observe, and seeing those that have been doing this thing a lot longer than I have, and your second live than you have. Just to really learn from and build community. Thank you. Yeah, I will definitely follow you too. And we'll keep in touch and continue, learning together. That's interesting that you said that about learning. So Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, I do my general career reset stuff. And then I do pop-ups the other days. And so I was really thinking about making a day really dedicated to just sharing all that I've learned about this content creating journey, as well as being a live host. Good luck to you too. And just sharing that, because there's so much misinformation out there. Like just yesterday, someone had said, I'm going to pay to post my views. And I'm like, no. Hey, May, welcome in. Like, don't do that. I made that mistake like week 2. It's like, I need views. Let me pay. It's a setup, because what happens is, remember, this is an algorithm. So every action that you feed it, there's a opposite reaction. So if you're paying, hey, Sasha, welcome in. If you're paying to play, they're going to want you to continue to pay to play. So I was like, no, don't do that. Let your views, naturally grow. Let your followers naturally grow. Like I've even spent time in those GROW rooms, and they're good for what they are good for. Hey, it's Brittany. Welcome in. But it's good for if you're just looking for followers. Hey, Mrs. Fern, welcome in. But if you're truly looking to build your community, that is not the place to do it. Like I said, and we've all probably done it at one point in time. I think I did it when I was around 8,500 friends and trying to get to the 10K why. And I did it to get that 1,500, but that's not really, but I don't anymore. Cause like your community is what we're here to build. And so you're not going to get a lot of engagement from folks that are just, your followers and your friends on a page, but not really invested in one another, and wanting one another to succeed. So yeah, I've learned so much. Governess, can you take care of Doritos? Oh yeah, this is interesting. I think this is my first one. My first BOT. Thank you for the heart me. But yeah, they be doing the most. I've seen some things. But yeah, lots that I've learned just in this short journey, but that was like one that a creator was on her live and telling people to pay to promote. And I was like, and I happened to walk in and was like, sure. Can you? Yes. Is it advisable? Like it's going to take time, but you want your room and your community to grow and build organically and naturally. Like that's true community. And that's that's like the whole premise behind why TikTok was created. It was about building community. And that's what you're here to do. And just grabbing, the, F for F, the FYF, follow me. You don't build community in that way. So yeah, so hopefully that was helpful for you, but it is a definite way to know governance. I meant make that go away. um, but yeah, yeah, I've just learned like way so much, right? Right. Worship Wave is agreeing. Hey, Janie Faye and Jody J. Welcome for the Heart Me. But yeah, it's truly like building community. It's just a process. It takes time. Continue to pushing out your content. There's different rules on how much you should put out there a day. Like I always definitely do one. I've done one a day minimum since I started. On a good day, I may get to do 3. It's going good. Sister, how was yours? How was your day? Yeah, but continue to just be consistent. Continue to put out your content. Hey, Leon, welcome in. Continue to put out good quality content. If you have that go live button, because it turns on at different stages, I've learned for different people. On my backup account, it actually turned on when I got to like 300 followers. That's a tip too that I've learned, to create a backup account in the event that something happens with your main account. You can say, hey, friends, I'm over here. And then they can, come and connect with you there. So you're not starting and rebuilding, entirely from scratch. But if you have that go live button, really take some time and think about like, what could you offer? Like, I feel like we all have something. We all have some knowledge, skills, we entertain. There's folks on here that are singing, they're dancing. There's all kind of things happening in lives. I saw a talent show. I've seen some talent shows in lives. Worship Wave, if he's still here, he plays gospel music, which is wonderful. We can do requests. Oh, thank you, Jenny. Thank you, sister. So basically think about sort of what you would want your lives to be about. And the beauty of it is that everyone has told me in all the rooms that I go in and said that your community will find you. And I believe that to be true. Like all of the teachers that I have learned from, I don't even know how, but I ended up on their page, or they ended up on my on my FYF. And I've learned so much about them. And God, there's so many. I'll just shout out some of them because they're great. Mish Stories. If you haven't been introduced to Mish, she is a wonderful live host and a teacher. Like every day there's a different focus on what she teaches us. She teaches us the business of TikTok, like understanding and treating it like a business. Like if you're here to make money, I know, right, Janny? We love Mish. Yeah, please follow her. She is amazing. She goes live in the morning and in the evening. She goes live at 8 p.m. in the evening and 7 a.m. in the morning. She teaches us how to read. Today for her is Data Analytics Wednesday, right? On track. She is great, right? Teaching us how to read our data so that we can produce better content. Like I picked the Times Mish. It's MISH Stories. I think it's Mish_Stories. So look for her and definitely connect with her and come into her lives. And I could talk about Mish all day because again, she's helped me so much, so I'm just going to break it down. So like Data Analytics Wednesday, like the times that I do. Right, that's it, Mish Stories. Yeah, look for her and definitely follow her and come back. Because in your data, it'll tell you when your community of folks are online. So for me, the content that I produce, my folks are online between 11 and 2, which is like, if I think about it, right? Like, so you start work at the morning, you may have 1 or 2 things to do in the morning, and then like, things may calm down. And so you got a little free time. So you may get on TikTok because we doing it at work. We all doing it. And then lunchtime, right? Lunchtime, folks are scrolling. So that my analytics showed me that that's when my people are online in the morning, and then 4 to 8 p.m. So that's the second time. So like your analytics will show you how to do that. She is great with teaching us like how to make the perfect hooks. And I will give her this plug. And she also does one-on-one consultations. I've done 2 with her, but let me tell you about the first one I did. My page, when I started, felt like it was all over the place. And you hear people saying, niche down, you should have a niche. And so I wanted to have a faceless. Hey, Dana, welcome in. I didn't want to put my face on camera. I wanted to have a faceless brand. And so I had a lot of inspirational messages and quotes. And it was literally like all over the place. And, you know, I had that one-on-one consultation with her, and she's like, okay, what are you really here to do? What do you want to do? And she said, with any of you, there's a few creators that actually go live that are faceless. Yeah, if that's your thing, check out Authentically Me. She actually wears some beautiful masks, but she does her whole entire live, and we have never seen her. So you can pull it off if that's really what you want to. Oh, the battle requests are coming in. We teaching content and live hosting. Hey, Mr. Everyday, welcome in. Like, you can do it, but that's one person who does it really, really well, if you want to check that out. But basically, if you're building community, she said, people have to see you. People connect with you as a person first, and probably your content second, which is really interesting. And so that was something in a perspective I had never really thought about. But after I had that first session with her, I have three big viral videos. One has like 75,000 views, one has 40,000 views, and I think my big viral has more than 400,000 views. And it was about learning how to master the hook. And that's really what it is, you know. And you know, a little controversy, you know, in a post doesn't hurt. My big viral video is talking about women managers, and I was just, you know, sharing my experience that in my career, the 2 times that I have had women managers, I just didn't have the freedom and luxury to truly be my best self at work. And conversely, the times I've worked for men, it hasn't been that way, that I have been able to excel and to grow. And again, this was just me sharing my experience, and had that video had more than 4,000 comments. And it was so interesting. The day they came in, and I went into Misha's, hey Melly, welcome in. And I went into her live, right? Okay, yes, because it's a thing. Like, I'm definitely want to talk about that at some point, and maybe get some folks to come up on the panel. There's really a thing. There's something that happens in the workplace with women managing women. And, you know, as a woman manager, I try to be better than what I've experienced. But there is really something there that we should talk about. And more importantly, let's figure this out so that it stops. Like, I mean, like I said, there were over 4,000 comments, and I jumped into Misha's live and I was like, got a question? Because she does Q&A at the beginning. I said, does TikTok expect us to reply to every comment? And she says, absolutely. And it took me about 3 days, but I responded to every comment. So I am fine with like slow growth in this journey, you know, whatever that looks like, however long it takes. I am so fine with it, you know, even building slow, even like they talk about our live journey. Like, don't get caught up on how many people are in your room. It doesn't matter if it's 1, if it's 1,000. You know, if there were, you know, if you're starting out and there's 2 people there, that's better than no people there. And even if nobody's there, I heard one creator said, if your number at the top says 0, it's you and God, and just keep going. Because remember too, that people are watching from the FYF. So even if they don't come into the room, and TikTok will show you that data, you can see how many people actually came in and out of your room. Because in a live, people come in and out of lives all day long. People come in and out all the time. And so it will show you how many people have come in and out of your live. And how many people are just like sort of watching you from the FYP. So you keep talking to that screen. You hear a background noise. Oh, girl, that's probably the furnace over there. The furnace just turned on. Okay. I don't know how to fix that. Is it loud? Can you not hear me? Should I talk over it? Oh, okay. She said, never mind. Governess, she is my moderator. She is also my cousin, y'all. She is helping me on this journey, and she has walked through so many crazy resets in my life. And that was part of too, like coming onto TikTok to really have a community of support. Like, I think when life sort of happens, like if you get laid off, you know, friends and family tend to rally around you more because it's this bad thing that happened. When you, on the other hand, decide that you are going to throw all caution to the wind, and this is something that you're just determined to do, and you're going to make this move, you might get the, okay, girl, good luck. But the support isn't going to be there. And she has walked with me through all of my crazy, y'all. And one day, I think a weekend, I'm going to do a story time on my page, probably my most vulnerable post, because all the creators say TikTok wants you to be the real you. People think you're nuts. Okay, they do. They think you are crazy if you decide to go for something that is like different and basically different than what they've ever done. You know, exactly. They just have not done it. Like my family's from a small town. My first move, I was like, I'm moving to Atlanta. And they were like, what? Because that's just not. Everybody still lives at home. So that was something different. When I wanted to marry the prisoner, yeah, my governess, my girl, she was right there with me. Yes, I've lived some lives. And definitely when I came to New York City, I'm in the New York City area now. And they were like, oh my God, the crime, the this, the that. And all that is true. But you know, the God I serve, I have been protected. I've seen some crazy, but I haven't been the victim of any crazy. In the, oh my God, how many years have I been here now? Hey D, welcome in. 13, 14. Yeah, she is truly my ride or die. And she is here riding with me through this journey too. But yeah, it's just been an amazing journey. So back to Mish, if you can check her out. There's many coaches. Mish is one. Coach Tara, T-A-R-A is her name, T-A-R-A. She is great. She has been doing this. We call her the queen. She has been doing this probably the longest, 1.5 years. And she gives such great insight and encourages everybody to go live and just to come up with what you want to talk about. Use chat to flesh out like a week. Okay, you know, keep it simple. Like if you want to just start going live, stick to like 30 minutes, 3 times a week. Come up with what you want to talk about. If you're into the battle world, battling is a great way to build your communities really fast. A lot of people I love battling. I was going to do a little battle training in a little while for folks. Since my graduation battle is coming up, and a lot of folks that have been on in the room have said that they've seen battles but don't know what to do, when to do it, and to do all the things. So I definitely wanted to go through some training because I love it. It is fun to me. I said, oh, this is like grown folks video game without the video game. So, but yeah, there's just different ways to build community. Hey, Jane, welcome in on this platform. So it has been, like I said, for me, it has been great. Like I said, so many ways you love participating in battles too. Revelations. Yes, it's fun. And it's also a good way to meet people. You're going to end up interacting with people that you would probably never meet in any other way. We were actually doing a battle on Thursdays. Actually, Mish teaches battle strategies. And this one Thursday or Saturday, I can't remember which day it was, we ended up battling someone. He was in the UK, and he is actually a rapper that all of his songs are about recovering from mental health and just the struggle and challenges of mental health. And like his music, hey, Black Sherlock, welcome in, was like amazing. Like, what are the chances? You're never going to just randomly meet, that kind of people. So we all, went over to each other's room. We networked, we connected with one another, and just really more of building that community. And so that is probably the one and the best thing that I found about TikTok, that it is really a great community. Some other folks that I've learned from is Monster Mara. Hey, Oil. Team Nika, welcome in. She's also been on the platform just over a year. Hey, Mark, welcome in. Amazing tips on how to, again, content, about getting that content and going viral. She grew her platform like from 47 to 10K in like a week, and amazing tips on content. I've done a one-on-one with her too, because this is serious for me. This is a business, and there's truly a lot of money to be made. Hey, Ivan, welcome in. Treating this like a business, thinking about, tax time coming up soon. When you recharge and buy your coins, that's marketing. Those are marketing dollars. Like, these gift badge numbers are there for a reason. But all of those are marketing expenses, because that's how you get seen and you want to be seen. The badge numbers matter. Why do you think TikTok put them there? And then if you haven't noticed, like when you get to a badge level 25 or more, when you enter a live host room, it comes up in blue across the screen. So it's like, hey, you need to recognize and see this person. And all that is ingenious, but truly by design. So there are lots. Hey, George, welcome in. Lots of ways to, make money on this platform. Shoppable lives too. Definite ways to do that. I've done one. Like I said, in that night I woke up and had made some sales in my sleep. So there's just a lot of ways to monetize on this platform, and it's a part-time job that you, or full-time, however you choose to do it. But you can do it remotely and from home, and all you need is a phone. So that is definitely, hey, Digiverse, Digiverse. Oh, I don't know. Welcome in. It is a way, to make money. So definitely, if you haven't thought about it, it's a great avenue. A couple other things that are pretty fast that you can plug into place. We talked a lot about consulting. If whatever you do well and best in your job, if there's a way that you can package that thing. I've done a couple different things. I developed a management course for my job because I'm a corporate trainer and I do HR. And I have a management course that, I deliver to, hey, Derek, welcome in to my team. And then my boss is a colleague of his, had heard about this course, heard it was really great, asked if I could come to DC to train them. And when he asked me about it, I was like, let me think about it. And so what I ended up doing is telling him, yes, I'll do it, but I need the course to be mine. Like, I need to own it. I developed it. And so I invoiced them. They paid me, not my company, to do that training. And I have since, traveled. I've done this training remotely. I've done it in person as well. And so think about like what you do really well and that you could package into an offering to make more money. And now is sort of the time. Like, I keep up with so much career stats, and I don't want any of this to feel like doom and gloom, and this is not to scare. It's really so that we get prepared, like that have been talking about just where jobs will be 18 months from now, where jobs will even be 5 years from now. If you haven't checked out, there's this documentary that Oprah did with Bill Gates. It's called AI and the Future of Us. Yeah, AI and the Future of Us. And hey, user, welcome in. And in it, she asks him, like, what will the job market look like in 5 years? And he is visibly, like, you can see his body language. And I'm definitely, I'm in HR, I read body language all the time. And he is definitely uncomfortable as he's answering the question. And what he basically, hey, Lynette, welcome in. What he basically says is that there will be no jobs. And that could be like a stretch, right? But the point that he was trying to make is that AI and technology advances will just alter the work world, that there will only be, he goes on to say that there will only be enough work for the average person to work a 3-day work week because technology will be doing so much of it. And I mean, I see that even in like my work in HR, what I do, and even in a lot of companies, they'll say, oh, ask Copilot. If you're like, hey, I need to come up with a policy, ask Copilot, ask Chad, ask Claude. And it's nothing really to be afraid of. It's just reality. Like, they're taking over. Like, I went to CVS a couple weeks ago to pick up medication, and I did everything basically with a kiosk. I had never did that before. I checked myself in. Someone came out and handed me the medication. I checked myself out. I paid and was on my way. When there used to be like 4 folks at that counter checking folks out. So like we can slowly see, even in BJ's, like there's the robots are running around, and I didn't know what they were doing at first. They're taking inventory. So we can just gradually see like that technology is really going to change sort of world. And, I just want to implore folks, to create as many different revenue streams as you possibly can, because the world, it is definitely changing. It is definitely changing. If I can take a pause break and get you folks to, hey, Jen, welcome in to Spirit Fingers on that screen up there so we can get pushed out to that algorithm. And I want to ask, is anyone interested? Does everyone here know how to battle? One, put a yes or no in the chat if you know how to, and if you're interested in doing a one and done. I have my graduation battle next week, so I'm interested and excited to get out in these battle streets. I can't see any comments. Okay, so is that yes or no? Some folks are flying off, dropping off. It's okay. But yeah, let me go through our topic at hand. We wanted to revelations, but I'm not sure about all the gifts. And actually, you don't have to gift at all. You don't have to gift at all. Hey, Miss B, welcome in. No, you don't know how on tracks. If so, you can just sit and watch. It is just, it's a lot. I know the first time I walked into a live host room, I was like, what is happening? Things were flying all over the screen. And like the heart me's, I know what they are now. But at the time, I'm like, why is that red thing keep landing on their heads? Didn't know. Okay, you don't know. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to go through a little bit. Hey, Asela, welcome in. A little bit of a lesson. So let's get through our, just wanted to share some alternative things. And these are called like bridge jobs, things you can do and test out. And there's always like the Instacart, the DoorDash and all that. The one tip I do have though about DoorDash in particular that has really been helpful for a lot of people. If you sign up for DoorDash and you put in your profile that you're on a bike, it will limit the radius to 5 miles. So if you only wanted to like stay in your neighborhood and potentially do deliveries, if you say that you're on a bike, it's going to keep you in a certain neighborhood. Or if you decide, okay, I'm going to go to like a business area where they're probably ordering lunches, a couple things about that, and then limit it to a bike, right? For one, if these are corporate clients and restaurants, hey, loved ones, where you're delivering, your tips are going to be higher too. So that's definitely a tip. Thank you for the heart, me, loved ones. But that's something with that. And of course, Amazon and all that is out there. But thinking like a little bigger sort of than that, a lot of folks right now are doing the print on demand t-shirts. Good evening. How are you? T-shirts, mugs, all of that stuff. We talked about consulting. Consulting is something. Think about what you do well, what you are great at, and how you can package that into an offering. LinkedIn is a great place to market that. I was sharing with folks yesterday that on LinkedIn, right? If you have a LinkedIn profile, you're familiar with what it looks like. Actually, let me see if I can pull it up. I think I did a couple screenshots of it so that you can see. They have the coolest thing where you can, where is it? Is it? Okay, yeah, so it's here. So this is a LinkedIn screen. Oh, I need to mirror because that probably looks backwards to you all. Oh, it's all right. It says mirror. Does this look right side up or backwards? Can you all see that well? Okay, so the open to button, if you click on that, it gives you some cool options. So it can, oh, it's backwards. Okay, so let me turn off the mirroring. So it must automatically be mirroring. Okay, so you can read that well. Oh, wait, where is it? Here it is. So see, it says finding a new job or providing services. So finding a new job, if you're looking for a job, and maybe if you're just casually looking, turn on that recruiting button. And what will happen is recruiters that purchase the LinkedIn Recruiter app will be able to reach out to you if something comes along. One of the biggest raises that I got came sort of from this. I turned it on just to really see what was happening out there. Like, I love my job. I love, who I work for. We've worked together for about 14 years. Like, I'm not literally going anywhere. Like, it would really have to be like a job of a lifetime for me to move on. But a recruiter had reached out to me and was talking to me about a position that was a lot more money than I was making. And so I just shared it with him just casually. My boss and supervision said, oh, I forgot to tell you, recruiter reached out to me. And he was like, immediately, he paused. And he basically said, like, how much money do I need to give you to stop talking to recruiters? And so that was one of the biggest raises. But finding a new job, using a recruiter does a couple things. For one, they're invested. Hey, Rhoda, welcome in. They're invested in getting you hired. Remember, they get paid only when they place people in a job. So if they place you in a job, then they get paid. So they're based literally working for you. And then the other option here is providing services. And that's for for me, if I'm a consultant or whatever it is, your specialty that you do, LinkedIn allows you to set up a page. You can put in your business page there and put your profile, and you will basically receive project requests that you can bid on. So that is a great place to just kind of test the waters and see sort of what's out there while you're still working. You still got your 9 to 5. You can definitely see what's out there and see if you get any hits. Other sites to do that and look for projects is FlexWorks. Am I saying that right? No, Flex Jobs. I'm mixing up the names. It's Flex Jobs and Upwork. Two different sites, but lots of projects. Like I've gotten, some 5-hour projects, some 10-hour projects, some that like it's an hourly rate, some are flat rate, just different things like, and simple things. Like one was just reviewing software, and it was like $150 per software that you reviewed. And it took about maybe an hour and a half. I'll take $150 for 90 minutes. Yeah, so just those are definitely sites out there to think about to kind of do that. HR, like HR is one of those things. So the two sites is Flex Jobs, which is basically any and everything is out there on that site that you can find projects to work on, part-time gigs, side hustles, whatever you want to call it, and Upwork, UP Work. So those are two great places to look and kind of test the waters and see what's out there. HR is kind of that field. I've done it for a long time, but it was never like the plan. It's one of those jobs that you fall into. I found that most people that went to school for HR aren't that good at it. Unfortunately. And I think people that naturally, like you're a natural problem solver, you are naturally that person that people go to talk things to, Oh, I can't even talk tonight. If you're the person people go to talk things through, oh, that is a tongue twister. To talk things through, then you might be, a good person to try to dabble into the HR space. There is a firm that I have worked with in the past. I'll spell it. It's Fraser, Frascer Jones. They are global too. So if any of you are joining from other parts of the world, they are global. And they hire consultants to do projects. Like I've done a 5-hour a week project for them. I've done 10. I've even done up to 20. But it's a way, and at all levels. Like, so there's ways to test out sort of something you may think about maybe making a career change with before you have to pull the trigger. And while we still have the safety of that 9 to 5. So that is a cool thing to do. What are some other ones? For the health nuts, Fraser Jones. It's let me spell it. It's Fraser, no I, Fraser Jones. And just Google, like I said, they're a global management company, and they hire tons of consultants in a variety of fields, not just HR. That's just my specialty. So I've worked with them, doing those projects, but check them out for sure. And I'm going to compile a list too and make some content and put it on the page. Thinking about health and wellness, like that's another area, like for the gym rats and all of that do that, get that certification. The National Academy of Sports Medicine, get that certification, and you can do that at home. You can train people in the gym. My daughter, her trainer, he actually has an arrangement with the gym that they belong to, and he pays them whatever it is, X dollars a month, and they allow him to train his clients in the gym. So there's just so many different things you can do. Digital marketing, content creating. We're doing that thing here. Hey, Josh. But to digital marketing, creating digital products, we're going to start talking about that next week. Hey, Pedro, welcome in. But that is to another avenue. We all have so much knowledge in our head, experience, and there's always a market for someone wanting to learn what we have. And if you're like me, you've probably been given information and knowledge away for years and for free. And so we're going to get into creating digital products and housing them on the internet. And that's another way to just make money in your sleep. Writing. If you're a writer, I do writing, and I've done editing. I've done ghost writing. I've even wrote a lot of papers for folks in college. Yes, because I'm a good writer, and I'm like a nerd. Like I just like to learn stuff. And so like I have made hundreds and hundreds of dollars cranking out papers. Yeah, for folks. There is truly a market for whatever we're good at. Yeah, think about just ways. Google, use chat. Chat is our best friend to just learn how to do all of that. And hey Rose, welcome in. And if you're on here and you've like thought about, I wanna do this live thing, definitely. Whenever you have that light on and that ability, because it's weird, but TikTok turns it on at different stages for different people. which is pretty interesting. Not sure how they figure out that part of it, but they do. They turn it on at different times, and yeah, go live. And don't be in the bed. There's a whole lot going on live. Truly have something of value, and that's really what it's about. You bring value to the platform, you'll build a community, and yeah, we start slow and we continue to grow. Like I said, this is week 3, and this is probably my 6th or 7th live, maybe. And each time, there's more and more folks, that come in and out of the room, which is great. And I just keep talking. And even if no one shows up, remember, for those of you content creators, people are watching us from the FYF and the FYF For You feed, For You page, whatever you call it. They're watching. And people often will watch for weeks, I'm told, before they may actually come into your room. So you just keep doing what you do. Okay, so this was cool. Any questions about any of that? If not, I definitely want to turn us to doing some battle lessons. Let me see if I can do this here. So I'm going to share what I know, and this is from my own experience. So I battle a lot with Pretty Boy Ali. He is one of the top battlers. Actually, before we do that, because I'm going to finish my TikTok commercial by showing you all the amount of money that people are making out here on TikTok. So under my picture at the top, we're going to wait until right now it says league. Tap on that daily ranking. Tap on that, and let's look at the number 1 person who's in the number 1 slot. And I can't see his name. There's a flag, but him or her. I can't see the name, but there's an R. But what's most important is up under the R, you see 3.5 M. And that means that R has earned 3.5 million diamonds today. And so what does that mean? TikTok pays us in our lives 1 cent, 1 penny per diamond. So what that means is today, R has grossed $35,000. And so how much of that does R get to keep? So we're on a scale rewards program. So in your live, hi, inspiration. Thank you for my heartbeat. I will see you soon for your birthday battle. So yeah, so they have, because I don't know who this is, but they have earned 3.5 million diamonds today. And so that is gross $35,000. We're on a scale rewards program. And so we earn anywhere between 40% and 53%. But because that diamond count is very, very high, my guess is that they're probably earning about 50%. So that would be $17,500 just today. Thank you so much, Inspiration, for sharing out the live. There's a lot of money to be made on TikTok. Okay, so just want to put that out there. So that's the end of my commercial for that. So getting back to battling. Okay, so I am, like I said, I'm getting ready for my graduation battle. So I'll share what I know, and I'm not an expert at all, but I know enough. I generally play with, and I went into daily ranking. I was hoping that I generally play with, his name is Pretty Boy Ali. He is one of the highest grossing battlers on the platform in the US, in our region here in the USA. And so I generally play a lot with him. And so he generally does a 1v1. And so let me pull up some pictures I saved so I can show you all like what screens will look like. And I just love battling. I was never like a video game girly, but I just love battling. Like somebody's like, okay, let me show you this expression. So this is what a screen, oh, is my light in the way? Okay, there we go. That is what a screen looks like. That's a 1v1, meaning it's just one player versus another player. Okay, and then there's also 2v2s where you have 2 opponents on playing as teams. So in this one, you've got 2 folks over here that are playing. I gotta learn this mirroring thing. 2 people on each side playing. And what distinguishes them is, hold on. Oh, okay, there we go. What distinguishes them is the little dots. There's pink dots for this team under like kind of by their chin, and blue on that side. So those are the 2 teams. Thank you, Inspiration. So that's a 2v2. Listen, we're amateurs. We're going to practice. Hey, Digital Samaria, welcome in. We're going to practice with the 1v1. So that's basically it. So sort of like the rules, okay, so here's something. So when you're looking at a match, when you see something pink on the screen, you're generally holding your gifts. This is sort of like kind of like a little timeout. So when you see something pink on the screen, you just want to be tapping on the screen. That's all you really want to do, because what you're looking for are speed rounds. And how to distinguish the difference is that your speed rounds are going to be burgundy. See how underneath that picture it says burgundy? It's in burgundy and it says 2 times the gifting. So when you're seeing that burgundy bar, that's when you want to be throwing your gifts. And so that's something to distinguish. Like your live host will be calling out cues to you, but there's often a delay. Like what you all may see on that side, I may see it later. So it's important to listen, but it's also, hey, Sassy, welcome in. It's also equally important as to be reading the screen. And let's see. One cool thing, let me show you power ups. So these are all some cool things. So all of these are things that, happens like when this is a backpack. So this is my backpack, and you're like, what is all of that? So let me just zoom in a little bit. So over here is a mist. What a mist does is when you tap the mist and send it out in the battle, it basically smokes out your score so that your opponent can't see it, because the goal is to get the most points. That's who wins the match. So they smoke out the screen so your opponent can't see it. So next, there is these gold things are called booster seats. And so there's a 2 booster and a 3 booster. And basically when you fire that off in a match, whoever is sitting in the MVP seat, their gift will times 2. A lot of creators don't use the boosters, and each person in each room you get into, is really important to listen to the cues that your live host is saying, because everyone has different battle strategies and you want to be paying attention to that. Like I play a lot with Ali. He doesn't use nothing. He doesn't use boosters at all. He doesn't want you. This next one is a stun hammer, which they say here it is. It looks like a little hammer. He doesn't want you throwing hammers. There's this myth that the hammers will knock out the glove, and I'll talk about boosting gloves, but all it does is it like knocks your opponent in the head and like has little stars that roll around the head. But each live host has their own will. So when I play with Ali, all he's interested in is right here. Where am I? I gotta get master this. The boosting glove. Where is it? Okay, there it is, the boosting glove. The importance of the glove is that anything has the possibility and the potential. If a gift you throw hits the glove, it has the possibility to 5x. So if it's a rose, which is 1 coin, it could quadruple to 5 coins, 5 points. And so that's the beauty of the glove. When I play with him, that's all that he wants is gloves out, nothing else. And so it's important to really take cues from your live host. My friend Inspiration Wink, she joined the live. She has a birthday battle at 8:30. And again, same thing you want to go into when you're battling with someone, you want to listen to the cues of your host. They're teaching you their strategy, and everyone battles different. So you want to pay attention, listen, and also be reading the screen so that you're playing on those speed rounds and not playing when you've got those pink messages out. So one thing I want to show you about this backpack. So this is my backpack. Whose room was I in? This might have been Ali's room. I'm not sure. So what happens is when you open your backpack in a room, it's only going to light up if those are the power ups for the room you're in. Anything that's grayed out, like these down here are gray, that's for another creator's room. So when you're in a live room, the ones that light up are going to be the ones that you would use. So I know that that's a lot. Here is the thing. We are going to, I'm going to go out in these streets and just try. Here is the thing. We are going to, I'm going to go out in these streets and just try It's really for our exercise. You don't have to throw any coins if you don't want. You can just tap on the screen. Governess, I'll have you throw a not really sounds fun. It is. Like I said, the first time I saw it and the first time I sat in and I just sat there, I didn't do anything. Like I didn't even know to tap until I heard like Ali saying, tap on the screen, tap folks, tap. And then he's so rambunctious. He's like, tap folks, tap. Yeah, he's he's a riot. But I guess he's one of the top battlers for a reason. But yeah, so I'll call out cues. We're just going to have fun. Like I said, if you don't have coins, don't worry about coins. I'm going to tell whoever we connect with that we're just going to do a rose battle, which is just one coin. And so if you want to do that, you can. But if you can't and don't want to, that's fine too. Just sit and learn. I did that for like a week or two before I felt courageous enough to actually hit the button and do something. I know there are a couple newer live hosts here. The one good thing is too, when you send out your battle request, TikTok only matches you with someone that's in your league. Like if you look under my name, I think my league is, I think I'm D1 right now. So we rank up when you go live, everyone starts at D5 and the rankings go all the way up to A1. Oh, live will end. Oh, wait, I got a puzzle piece. Okay, so that will happen too sometimes. The algorithm doesn't think I'm in front of the camera, and probably because I had the screen up and I was showing you all images. Hey, the therapy drop, welcome in. I'm going to attempt to do my first battle. This is just a fun, hey Belinda, welcome in. We are just going to, a lot of us are new to battling, and so you don't have to throw coins. You can just tap on the screen or just sit and watch all the excitement. So hopefully we can find someone to battle. Some things that I've heard and learned is that I'm going to try to find someone who is already a friend of mine on the platform, which means we're already connected. The battle world can be a little fierce and a little, everyone on the platform is not nice. And yeah, I've heard and seen some crazy things in the battle world. So I'm going to try to find a friendly opponent, someone who I'm already connected with to just do this. Yeah. Yeah, it's battling, but yeah, it can be a little vicious and not in a good way. So yeah, let's just, see what we can, see who I can find out there. Okay, so this is my first time doing this. Let's see, why don't I see my gloves? I don't see gloves. Let's see, let me see if I get rid of that. Okay, I don't see boxing gloves. This is not what I want to do. What is happening? Okay, folks, you all are newer to this than me. Let's see. Uh-oh, I may not be able to. Why don't I see? I see the co-host button. Any of you are newer to this than me? I know, I'm trying to rumble. It's asking me to co-host with creators. I don't necessarily, okay. League matches. Okay, it says I have 100 friends. Okay, now I'm seeing folks that are in my league. And it's really cool. It shows like how many folks, okay, here's a friend of mine. Let's just see. See if she will pick up. You are actually, okay, she declined. So and I can't see the screen right now but let me pull it down. You can. So basically when you are prepping for the battle, it, like right now it's just a practice, right? So it doesn't necessarily count. What most people do is what we call farm power up. So I'll start that probably Saturday, because when you get a power up, they're only active for 5 days. And so if you don't use them in 5 days, so I'll start on Saturday. So yeah, it's official, but like so you're just holding them. And the goal is to at least get 10 gloves. Each power up lasts for 30 seconds. So each match is only 5 minutes. So if you get 10 gloves, hi Denise, welcome in, then they will last you the whole entire match. So that's sort of the goal. But yeah, you farm the power ups, as they call them, in advance, and be prepared and ready to let them run the entire match, which means that everything that is thrown, whether it's a rose or a uni, hey, whatever that is, has the opportunity and has the option to potentially 5x. So yeah, you can do that. So let's go back and see if we can find one of my friends out here to battle with. Okay, so a lot of my friends are on. And it's really cool. Like, I can't see you all if you're saying anything on the screen, but it'll show you how many people. It's showing me, for one, it's only showing me people in my league. And it's also will show you how many people are in their room. So ideally you want someone who has about the same number of folks in your room and in your league. And let's see, hopefully I can find somebody. Let's see, I'm looking, and I can't see if you all are anything on the screen because we have to pull up like a second screen to be able to see. Oh, a lot of folks don't have a lot of folks in their room. It must be a slow night tonight. Oh, PC. Oh, she's probably in the pool. She's got 11 folks in her room. I know they're not battling in the pool. Okay, let's see. Oh, this person has 101 folks in their room. What are they doing over there? I have no idea. I have no idea. Okay, let's see. Raquel, let me see if she is interested. Nope, she declined. Okay, folks, we may not find anybody out here in the streets today. Okay, we are. Hey, Levi Chick, welcome in. You are 30. I'm in my 30-day notice, and I'm drained of going to work. Okay, Governess, can you pin that? We are going to pause. Thank you for that. Heart me. 30, and you're drained. Oh, so was it you opted to leave, or was it one of those situations, one of these layoff, or? Oh, she's trying to request a battle. I don't see that, Governess. Let's see. Is she still in the room? Okay, you are here. Yeah, toxic environment. I totally get that. And here's the thing. One of the core pillars I talk about is environment. Like, environment matters so much, and it is better to walk away. You just lose so much in a toxic environment that it will just change you entirely. And we've all been there and done it. And like, work is hard enough. Environments, dealing with people is just hard enough. Oh, okay, Governess. But being in an environment that is just not serving you, again, it affects our mental health, our physical health, and it's just not worth it. It is not worth it. Many years ago, I walked away from a job and I said, I will do what I needed to do. This was before DoorDash and all the things. I was like, I will go work in my local grocery store before I stay in an environment. And this was a toxic female boss, and she was the last one that I had, which is why my post says I will never do it again. Because it's just not worth it. I mean, it just eats away at who you are and changes you. Being in those kind of environments are just not productive for you, for anybody, and they're not healthy. So hey, and you're going through the change. I know you don't want to go. I'm sure if you got a payout attached to it, you kind of got to show up. But when you go in there, keep your head high and keep thinking about 30 days after, day 32, day 33. And whatever you need that process to be like, if you need to pause from it all and take a break and just let it all go, it'll be the holiday time. It'll be the end of the year. Like, it's okay to pause. It's okay to pause, to stop, to just do nothing, and that's okay. And then you begin to start and reset your journey. Hey, Mama Tinkles, welcome in. Good to see you. Hey, buddies, welcome in. And you take that reset process at your own pace and in your own time, and it can look any way that you need it to look. I'm looking weird. Let me put my screen back. I'm mirroring. I'm looking. Yeah, let me flip that back. And it can be, that reset process can be any way that you need it to look. If you need to check out of life and things and people for a month, you hold on to retirement, January 27. Whew, me too. Look, you're January 2027. My retirement is not till my birthday, with the September of 2027. And one thing that keeps me going, for one, like my work is cool and all of that. I love doing what I do here on TikTok. And so for me, that's kind of like the balance. So I would say find something, that thing that gives you joy, and pour more into that while you're counting down on that other clock. And I love the countdown timer. I don't know if you know that there's an app. I love it. I have countdowns for everything, and each day. And when I'm feeling like, oh my God, I don't think I can do this, I pull it up and just look at, and you can put it in like years. You can even put it in days. I like to see day. Keep mine in days so it can continue to go down. But whatever that thing is that gives you peace and that joy, focus more on that. Like, I rush through work so that I can get to live, or like today, I didn't have a lot of meetings. And so, yeah, try that. Like, just try to, whatever that thing is that gives you joy, whatever it is, or just even if you need to step away, whatever that looks like, if it's taking a walk, if it's, I don't know if you're remote or in the office, like I'm remote mostly. So like today, I didn't have a lot of meetings, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go live on lunchtime. Let's just see who's out here in the TikTok streets in the, during their lunch hour. And we had a pretty cool chat for about 30 minutes with about seven or eight folks in the room, and it was cool. And so this brings me the joy. So it makes the drudgery of the work stuff easier, to get through, because you have that other thing. You're definitely taking walks and singing more. And whatever that is, if it's singing, dancing, it's funny you mentioned that, because I did a piece of content last week that said that, like, it's okay to play. Like, as adults, we don't play enough. And we don't, we're so we're in the grind. We're doing, oh, thank you for the populars. We're so into the zone, like we're working, we're taking care of family, we're doing all the things. Hey, Zach, welcome in. And we don't take enough time to play and just have fun. And we need that. And we need that balance, especially when life gets a little tough. We need to have that. Like, life is hard enough. And it's like, if you got hard over there, no, we want play and laughter and joy in other parts of our life. And we can't wait on anyone else to bring that to us. We have to bring it to ourselves, and go out there and find it, and whatever that is, for you. Absolutely. Yes, indeed. I'm going to have fun on, oh, that's right, Governess. It is my cousin's birthday. Happy birthday, early birthday. Yeah, and just enjoying it. Like, even for my birthday, and like, I'm grown, right? So I look at birthdays at like Christmas. So my birthday was in September. I had 2 conferences. Let me tell you how I put this thing together. I was like, girl, you did that. I had 2 work conferences. One was at the beginning of my trip. My birthday was in the middle, and one was at the end of the trip. So I stayed in Atlanta for 10 days, and I used to live there. So it was like a home reunion. I got to hang out with all my friends that was there. I got to do the work things. I got to hang out and celebrate. My youngest daughter lives there. And I felt like so free, because, you at a conference, you ain't really, really working that hard. You know how that goes, right? We're not doing that hard. But it was something, I just had a marvelous time. So whatever that thing is, I live near the water in New York City intentionally, because that's something that gives me like peace and calm and centers me. Like, I'm looking out at the water, and there's like a boat in the lake right now. Wait, what is this? The Hudson? What is that? A river? Yeah. That's a river. But yeah, it's sort of bringing that thing to you, like whatever that is. If it's writing, if it's music, if it's singing, if it's dancing, just kind of do that thing. Oh, Governess, when I was getting the battle, where's my laugh tracks? I lost my laugh tracks. Where did they go? Voice effects, are they back? That ain't it. Oh, that's some craziness. I don't know what that is. See, y'all, let me stop. Oh, where did my laugh tracks go? Okay, I'll have to figure that out later. But yeah, do whatever that thing is. I know. Listen, this is my seventh, I think, seventh or eighth live, so I'm still learning. You all are seeing me do this reset in the flesh. Yeah, and if you want to go live, definitely TikTok is it. If you have that live option, get on here and just talk about whatever, whatever. It's just a way. And people, it is amazing how people gravitated, and this sounds like me last night. Hey, that's okay. Hey, whatever it takes to work. Like I said, life is hard, and they say pick your heart. So guess what? If work is gonna be hard, the rest of the life is not gonna be. We're gonna let that be fun and joy, and whatever that looks like, it can be that. And just do it. Like I said, for me, this is what TikTok has become. For me, it's like I look forward to making content. I look forward to just speaking truth, giving tips, and helping in any way I can. And just like I said, I wanted this room to really be a place to just vent and just to rebuild and to reflect. And so we can talk about things, and then let's move on. Let's breathe, let's pause, let's play. And then we get to work when we get to work. So that is sort of, this is one of those moments for me where it feels like purpose. Like when you are honoring your purpose, and you're doing, hey, number 11, welcome in. And you're like, for me, I feel like this space is that for me. I am truly walking in my purpose and what I'm supposed to be doing. And it doesn't feel like work, even though TikTok is a lot of work. Woo, if you're going to do this thing for real. But I love it and I enjoy all of it. And so, yeah, it's just an amazing thing. Yeah, Levi Chick, definitely stay in touch. If you're not following, let's connect. If you need, to talk, vent, whatever, send me a DM. I'm here. We can pop on and just talk. And however, any kind of support that I can be to you, I am willing to do and to offer, and just enjoy being here. I am actually going to wrap up our live tonight. I have to go. My friend Inspiration Wink, who was in earlier today, yesterday was her birthday, and she's doing her birthday battle today. And she is a wonderful community member. Let me just share something that she does. And this just really drives home that you can do. This platform is for anybody with sort of any sort of dream or vision or whatever you embody to do. She has what she calls the Inspiration Crown Movement. And she actually ships crowns. They're literal tiaras, crowns around the world to women. And it's about, recognizing their self-worth. And so, you can nominate someone to receive a crown. If you want a crown yourself, you can basically submit an application to do that. You can sponsor crowns if you want to help her pay for that. And it's just an amazing movement. And, life is hard, and we as women have just taken on and have been through and lived through so much. And here is someone who has made it her life's mission, and she feel like this is something that God wanted her to do. And it just happened sort of like naturally. She had always worn a crown. I believe she said that like her mom had given it to her when she was younger, and basically said every little girl needs a crown. And her crown was getting old and tarnished, and she was going to give it away. So she was on her, on her platform live and said, no, I think I'm going to, get a new crown. And they were like, everyone was like, 27 ladies. She said, well, what are you going to do with the old one? And she was like, oh, I don't know. And they all were like, well, we want it. And so she created a raffle and was going to, hey, user, welcome in, was going to have them all, raffle. And she said she couldn't bring herself to choose just one person who to give it to. And so she purchased crowns for everyone. And now I believe she is up to shipping, I feel like it's 175 crowns around the world to women. And she is just a great woman on this platform, a great woman of God, and just helping, just that and they come in this pink box. The box is cool. Like, I don't have one yet. I'm speaking it into existence. Did y'all hear me say yet? But they come in pink boxes. So when they show up, like, everyone knows like what's in that. What's in that box. But yeah, so this is, I just can't say enough about the community aspect and what TikTok has done and been even meant to me in this short time. But yes, I'm going to go and see. I think I even have a couple gloves for her battle, and get ready for that. I thank you all. One thing I say at the end of my lives, I hope that I have shared some information, some knowledge, something that has helped you to think about something different, uplifted you a bit, helped you to think about your next move and take some action or not, and just inspired thoughts. Thank you all for your time. Thank you all for the heart me and any support that you shared in this live. And we'll be back here tomorrow at 7 p.m. And other than that, and in between time, in the meantime, I'll see you in the TikTok streets.